At 9:47 a.m., a mechanic pops the trunk of a car that hasn't been opened in years. Inside is a suitcase sealed with duct tape. The smell hits first. Then he sees what's stitched into the lining. 7 years earlier, that car vanished with its owner. And no one ever thought to look inside. Megan Harper was 29 when she left Phoenix on a solo road trip meant to reset her life. Friends described it as a find-yourself drive. No schedule. No deadlines. Just open highways, cheap motels, and long stretches of silence. Her last text to her sister was sent from a gas station off Interstate 40. Stopping for fuel. Headed east. Talk tonight. She never did. When Megan didn't arrive at her planned stop in Oklahoma City, her family assumed a delay. When her phone went straight to voicemail the next morning, concern set in. By day 3 it turned to panic. Her car, a silver 2011 Toyota Camry, wasn't reported stolen. Credit cards showed one last transaction at that gas station. No toll records. No license plate hits. It was as if Megan had driven straight off the map. Police initially framed the case as voluntary disappearance. Adult. No signs of distress. No history of mental illness. Officers suggested she may have wanted to start over. Her family rejected that immediately. Megan had planned check-ins. She'd packed gifts for relatives along the route. Her apartment lease was paid 2 months ahead. Starting over doesn't look like that. Search efforts focused on highways and desert backroads. Flyers went up across 3 states. Online forums speculated about foul play, serial predators, even human trafficking. Then came the first misdirection. A waitress in New Mexico claimed she'd served Megan at a roadside diner 2 weeks after the disappearance. The description matched. The name didn't. Surveillance footage was grainy but showed a woman who could have been her. Hope surged. Investigators shifted resources south. It went nowhere. Another tip followed months later. A man reported seeing a similar car abandoned near a canyon overlook. When police arrived, the vehicle had been towed years earlier. Records were incomplete. The trail went cold again. By year 2, the case file gathered dust. By year 4, Megan was quietly classified as long-term missing. Her parents kept her room untouched. Her sister still paid the phone bill, hoping one day it would ring. What no one realized was that Megan's car had never left Arizona. It had been sitting, unregistered and forgotten, behind a small independent auto shop on the outskirts of Flagstaff. The shop owner remembered it vaguely. The car had been dropped off by a man claiming to be Megan's boyfriend. He said it had engine trouble and that she'd be back with payment. He left no last name. No phone number. The shop towed the Camry into the back lot when no one returned. Years passed. Ownership disputes. Paperwork delays. Eventually the mechanic decided to sell it for parts. That's when he opened the trunk. Inside was a medium-sized suitcase wrapped tightly in duct tape. The fabric was stiff, darkened with age. The smell told him not to open it, but curiosity and concern won out. What he found inside forced him to call police immediately. The suitcase did not contain a body. It contained evidence. Clothing folded with extreme care. A blood-stained scarf. A flash drive sealed in plastic. And sewn into the inner lining, barely visible unless you looked closely, was a handwritten message. It read, "If this is found, I didn't leave willingly." Investigators finally connected the dots. The Camry's VIN matched Megan Harper's missing vehicle. For 7 years, her car had been sitting less than 150 miles from where she vanished. The flash drive changed everything. It held short video clips recorded on Megan's phone. In the final one, she whispers from the front seat of the Camry. Her voice is calm but strained. She says she's pulled over to help someone with a broken-down truck. A man waves in the background. She ends the video with one sentence. "I don't like this, but I don't want to be rude." That man was never identified. Forensic analysis of the trunk revealed something chilling. The inside metal showed scratch marks. Fibers consistent with Megan's jacket were embedded near the latch. Blood traces matched her DNA. The evidence suggested she had been alive in the trunk. Not for long, but long enough to leave a message. Records from nearby businesses uncovered a key detail missed years earlier. A tow truck had been called the same night Megan disappeared. The driver reported assisting a man with a disabled Camry. The paperwork listed the destination as the Flagstaff Auto Shop. The man used cash. No name. Security footage from a nearby motel showed the same tow truck arriving hours later. The driver left alone. The Camry stayed behind. Investigators now believe Megan encountered someone posing as a stranded motorist. Someone who exploited her kindness. She was likely attacked near the roadside, restrained, and placed in her own trunk. The car was then towed under the cover of a mechanical breakdown. But the question remained. Why leave the evidence? Why keep the suitcase? The answer came from the stitching. The message sewn into the lining was written with surgical precision, the kind taught in outdoor survival courses Megan had taken years earlier. She knew time was limited. She knew the odds. She hid proof where her attacker wouldn't think to look. The final reveal came during a re-examination of old missing persons tips. 7 years earlier, an anonymous caller had phoned a hotline and said this: "Check the car. She's closer than you think." The call was logged. It was never followed up. The number traced back to a prepaid phone purchased near the same gas station Megan was last seen at. The phone was never used again. Authorities now believe Megan made that call. Somewhere between being taken and losing consciousness, she found a moment. A borrowed phone. Enough time to try. Her body has never been recovered. But the suitcase in the trunk told the truth everyone missed. Megan didn't disappear on a road trip. She left a trail. And it waited 7 years in the dark until someone finally opened the trunk.